We're starting right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Glimmer of Hope 2023. Once again, we are delighted to have our avid PACC911 supporter, Linda Bruce, sing our national anthem. Would you all please stand?
Get that out of there.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you.
And now, please welcome longtime animal welfare advocate and PACC911 Board Vice President, Tina Lopez.
Thank you.
Tina, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage our founder, Barry Mears, for a little surprise for Tina.
I know you hate it when I go off script, but I'm doing just that. I want to award Tina this beautiful bouquet for all that she has done for this event behind the scenes. I couldn't have done this without her, so please accept these beautiful flowers. And also, Missy, will you come up? Missy, from With a Twist, our amazing event coordinator. Where are you, Miss? Is she in the room? Here she comes, waving a white flag or something. These two people are amazing. This just doesn't happen because one person's name is on it, believe me. And there's one more. Will Dee Umpleby please come up here? From our beautiful store, Rescue Treasures, who she labors there every day and makes it just absolutely gorgeous, and who made most of those beautiful baskets for our silent auction. Dee, come up. If you can't get up those steps, please come down that side. Oh, okay. Thank you. What about help you? Take it away, Tina.
Okay, yes, Barry, you went off script. Wasn't Linda amazing? Let's give her another round of applause. Okay, some important announcements to start us off. The silent auction and raffle will be closing at 1 p.m., so please be sure to get your final bids and tickets in. And now it's time for you to purchase those delicious and adorable bouquets on each table. They are priced at $75, and you will have to battle with your table mates to see who the lucky winner will be. And remember, all money from the centerpiece sales will go toward our critical care program. So not only will you get to go home with that lovely cookie bouquet, but you will help save lives. There are envelopes at each of your tables. So please at this time remove your envelopes from the center of the table, and the person who's buying it, please either include a check or cash, or you can fill out the front of it with your name and bid number on it, and we will have representatives coming around to collect those in a couple of minutes. Also, if you are posting on social media today, please do not forget to use hashtag Glimmer2023. And before we thank our sponsors and the trust that they place in us, we want to assure them and everyone here today, when you see the Proud Partner logo, as you see on the screens now, you know that you are working with the best, most ethical and professional rescue groups, all 140 of them, many of them here today. We provide the gold standard in rescue by having our partners sign a code of ethics and abiding by best practices manual that we developed in 2019. Please encourage your friends and family to always work with a PACC911 rescue for your future adoptions and support. We'd also like to acknowledge a few special guests that are here with us today. First, I'd like to have Arizona Senator Shauna Bullock, District 2. Please raise your hand and tell us that you're here. There she is, Shauna Bullock, thank you. And then we have Maricopa County Sheriff's candidate Jerry Sheridan here with us today. Jerry. Jim Sharp from KTAR Radio, right here at table 4. My friend Karen D'Alessandro at my table, host of a afternoon host of KSLX Radio, Karen. And John J. Van Ness, morning host of KISS FM and iHeartRadio. Thank you all for being here. We are so thankful to our amazingly generous sponsors. We ask that you hold your applause to the very end while I acknowledge our sponsors. Of course, first and foremost, a very big thank you to Valley Toyota dealers for giving us a fabulous 2023 Toyota RAV4 LE to raffle off today, which we are drawing the lucky winner in a little bit. They are one of our presenting sponsors. Another presenting sponsor, we thank our loyal presenting sponsor, Lulu's Fund and Deanna and Kemp Bidoff. Thank you so much. Our Beacon of Hope sponsor, Fred and Jamie Pryor Foundation. Thank you. Our Glimmer of Hope sponsors, Jill and Bert Alanko, Biltmore ProPrint, and Biltmore ProPrint did all of the beautiful programs, all the invitations, and all of the wonderful signage that you saw outside. Max and Neo for those beautiful red and black blankets that you each have at your table settings to take home. Thank you, Max and Neo. The Teets, our Angel of Hope's sponsors are the Teets family, Bill and Sandy Riley, Donald and Kathleen Levin, Best Friends Animal Sanctuary, PetSmart Charities, Mary and John Garbasiak, and Trade Tracks. Our Gift of Hope sponsors are Grimaldi's Pizzeria, Mercy Care, Pet Supplies Plus, the Phoenix Legacy Foundation, the Rowley Family Foundation, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and the WAG magazine. And last but certainly not least, our underwriters, Four Legged Friends Animal Hospital, who sponsored the decor, and Inner Ocean Capital, who sponsored our libations poll. Let's give all our sponsors and underwriters a round of applause. This event would not be possible without you guys. Thank you. We also want to thank all of our auction and raffle item donors. The silent auction and raffle have truly been nothing less than spectacular, and trust me, wait till you see the live auction. It's going to be amazing. To our cherished donors and supporters who are with us here today, your kindness knows no bounds, and for that we are profoundly thankful. Thank you to the members of the PACC911 Advisory Board. Their tireless dedication to today's event is nothing short of inspirational. We have been through countless meetings, numerous efforts in securing donations, and the sale of raffle tickets over the past several months that led us to this moment. Would the members of the advisory board please stand and accept our applause? I would also like to give a special recognition to one of our board members, Marcia Schaefer, and she's with Beyond Zebra. She did an amazing job, and she did all the design work that built more ProPrint, all those posters. She did the design work for that. She's amazing. Thank you, Marcia. And of course, Barry already talked about Missy and her team at With the Twist Consulting, but we want to thank you so much for your hard work. You guys have been nothing short of extraordinary, and we appreciate working with you. Thank you again to each and every one of you for making today a reality, and together we are making a difference for the animals with your help. Now, without further ado, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce the co-hosts for this remarkable day. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to the truly wonderful Kyle Kittleson and Jan Diatri.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kyle Kittleson. Nice to see you. What a great turnout. I've been co-hosting this with Jan for the last 3 years, and I think this is the biggest turnout we've had. Thank you so much for being here. Awesome. I always call myself the biggest animal lover in the room, but maybe today won't be the case, especially when I'm sharing the stage with Jan, who has her fair share of animals.
Yeah, 33.
33, yeah.
But who's counting? Right? Hi, Kyle.
Hi, dear.
You know, I'm always teasing Kyle. He's so beautiful. I keep telling him he needs to be a model. Well, look at you with all the glow behind you. Wow. And the glow. I'm not going to make you walk the runway because I'm not going to go off script. Wow. Unless you want to. No runway. Well, last year I told you that PACC911 has been changing the face of rescue since 1999. Well, the face of rescue is changed forever. No longer do people turn to the larger shelters when their family pet needs a place to go, but rather they turn to PACC911 first. The fledgling coalition formed in 1999 has grown year to year and is now on the front line saving animals in Arizona. But how did this happen? PACC911 has given the small rescues the tools they need to be most effective, and with 140 partners, PACC911 is now a vital force addressing the overwhelming problem of homeless pets today. It is the small rescues, make no question of that. It is the small rescues rising up to do the lion's share of the work. From rescue, medical care, and adoption to responsible homes, in unity there is strength. Now, because the larger shelters continue to operate on a limited intake protocol and by appointment only, dozens of calls and emails come into PACC911 from panicked pet owners on a daily basis with nowhere to turn when they have animals that they need to relinquish right now. PACC911 rescue partners have become their only viable option, especially when it is time essential. PACC911 believes that together they give animals a louder voice, and now in their 24th year of operations, we have to agree. Kyle, I am going to go off script for just a second. So in the last 24 years, there have been so many success stories, many of which you'll see today.
But the focus of Glimmer of Hope is really about the achievements, the need, and the stories of our PAC partners. But I just want to take 1 second to kind of go off script and to really recognize something else, and that is all of you. All of you who showed up today, you inspire me. You guys give me hope. You instill a sense of wanting to do more, and I thank you for just being here today. You know, when I think of PACC911, I think of, Kyle, I think of this glass of water. And the glass is symbolized by, PACC is symbolized by the glass. And the water never really rises too much to the top. The water symbolizes all the fundraising, all the events, all the thrift store purchases, everything that our PAC partners have done through the year to raise money to help the animals. And then that water gets depleted, it evaporates, and you've got to start over. But today is Glimmer of Hope. Today is the tipping point. You are the tipping point. Because now, today, that water, that glass is going to fill up, it's going to rise to the top, it's going to spill over, and it's going to help so many needs that our PAC partners are looking forward to. So I just want you to know, I want to thank you so much. I want to honor all of you just for being here today, just for being here. You've made such a huge difference, and we can't thank you enough. So I just want to give you a chance to give yourselves a round of applause before we continue. Thank you for being here today and showing up. So there's so many events that PAC does throughout the year. Let's just talk about the adopt-a-thons for a second. So PAC has been holding large-scale adoption events for the last 24 years at a multitude of convenient locations where thousands of animals have found their forever homes. So PAC was the very first to realize that many people, you know, they just don't want to go to shelters. It's sad, it's scary, too many decisions, too many choices. And so PACC911 has decided to bring the animals to the people, and it's really worked so well. I guess I just watch this short video right now, and that'll explain so much.
You call me out upon the waters, the great unknown, where feet may fail. And there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep. My faith will stand.
Where animals go when they are victims of cruelty or abuse, and they are actually held there as evidence. His case ended a long time ago, and Nemo has been in the jail, because it's literally a jail where they're kept, for 5 years. We need Nemo to find a home today. We either need him to get a home or go to one of our rescue partners.
That is so amazing. Kyle, I think I might be adding to my family. What do you think? You think 33 is enough, or should I keep going? Okay, 34. We'll do 34. These adoptions, they not only provide a great service, but they're a lot of fun. So if you haven't been to one of our adoption events this winter or spring, please take the time to do that. They really are a blast. PAC also has a Chuck Wagon food bank pantry that provides food to low-income families, enabling them to keep their pets rather than turning them into the shelter system, which is already so overcrowded. And they're the only pet food pantry that delivers. How about that? It's an Uber pet pantry. DoorDash, I guess I should say. There's also the PACC911 Mercy Paws program. Now that allows PACC partners to step in when seniors in Mercy care facilities really can no longer take care of their pets. PACC will take these pets into rescue and either temporarily foster them or find new forever homes. Let's watch this short video.
Mercy Paws allows for our members' cats or dogs to be fostered while our members are in the hospital. Hi, I am Ashley Nance, and I am a long-term care supervisor with Mercy Care. I receive a phone call or an email from a case manager letting me know that there's a member in need. They need to go to the hospital, and unfortunately they don't have any support to take care of their pets. And that's where we come in as a co-coordinator. I reach out to our partner with PACC911, and we coordinate getting the cat, dog, bird picked up and cared for, fostered while the member is in the hospital, and then as soon as the member returns, we coordinate the return of their pet. It is so important. Our members were refusing to go to the hospital if they didn't have someone that could care for their pets.
I think it's amazing because our members actually go to the hospital or a facility and get the care that they need, and then they get to return home to their pets.
What a fabulous program for seniors. But of course, why are we here today? Well, we are here to raise money for the largest of PACC's programs. This is the Critical Care Program. We're raising funds for this program today because it is the reason that more than 10,000 sick, injured, abused, and severely neglected animals have been given a second chance at life over the past 11 years to now experience the joy of human kindness after knowing the worst side of humanity for many of these animals. The program allows PACC911 to offer funds for veterinary care to our 140 rescue partners, enabling them to rescue those animals who would otherwise be cost prohibitive, but who are the most deserving of our help. Each year, as more sick, injured, and abused animals enter the county shelters and the Humane Society, the need for more medical funds directed to PACC's Critical Care Program is clearly felt. The rescue organizations on their own, they can't foot the bill for the array of medical treatments and the services needed. The county and Humane Society do not offer their services of a private practice clinic, and the lives of animals needing more than just shelter medicine falls to the small rescue, and they turn to PACC911. Now this is my favorite part. In 2022, 1,200 animals were saved with critical care funds. 1,200. And this year in 2023, we are on track to save nearly 2,000 animals. These rescues count on PACC911 support to help them take these animals from near death in some cases to a renewed life. So we are all counting on you today to be generous so PACC911 and the rescue partners can continue to keep pace with the explosive numbers of medical cases as animals seek our vital and life-saving help. The monies raised today will save lives.
And a lot of them, Kyle. So earlier today, you met some of the Glimmer of Hope animal ambassadors, and now you're about to see the stories of some of them. Please know that while you'll see 11 of these living legends, they represent the 1,200 animals that were saved just by the Critical Care Program just in 2022. So today we start building reserves for the animals that are going to come into the program so we can keep pace with the growing numbers of animals for 2024. Now, before I bring her up, as a reminder, the silent auction and the raffle is closing at 1 p.m., so get your final bids in and your tickets in because we've got some great things out there for you today. And now, I love this woman with all my heart. I wish you knew, well, many of you do know how tirelessly this woman works, not one day, not every single day, every day of the year for one purpose, and that is for the animals. I've never seen anybody more dedicated, more devoted, works so hard. And as you know, it's a painful, painful job a lot of times, but she powers through and she does it so she can save one more dog, one more cat, one more rescue animal. So it is my great, great pleasure to welcome up to the stage our leader of the pack, Barry Mears. Woohoo!
Okay, lower the boom here. And it is so good to see everybody. So many old friends today. Really, it's so much fun getting together here. And so many new faces. And I love that because I love telling our story to more and more people so that you know who PACC is. And I want to first, before anything else, acknowledge our wonderful partners. And I would like everyone here who was a PACC911 partner to please stand up at your table and let the room see who you are, because you're here in force. Every day, these people do the work of angels. I call them the angels on earth because they truly are. There's not a mountain that they wouldn't climb to save an animal in distress. And that's the truth. And they do it day in and day out. And supporters, those of you here who help us day in and day out, please know all the work we do wouldn't be happening if it weren't for your generosity and your support. We can't do it alone. It truly takes a village. So thank you so much. And I hope that today we will have lots of happy meows and wagging tails at the end of this effort to raise money for the critical care program. Thank you. Last year, I stood here and told you that rescue has changed, and Kyle mentioned that too. And it has. During the COVID years, PACC911 was discovered, and part of that was a turning point for this organization. And those of you who have come to our events year to year can testify that this is the biggest we've had. And that's because PACC is doing more and more and is known by so many more people. And part of that is word of mouth, but also part of it is because we had a media campaign. And that was a huge success, run on Cox cable channels and hosted by our beloved Jan Diotri. And I think a lot of people found us when seeing our spots. We featured about 15 of our rescue partners and told our story, told their story. So here we are. We have been discovered. And with that comes more work. The work we do has escalated because of the huge increase of animals needing help. As our state has grown and our cities have grown, the animal population has also grown. But what has not grown are is the capacity at the county shelters. And there's no place for these animals to go. More and more of them are found as strays, and more of them are being turned in by families because of the economy and their inability to take care of them. So we are put to task. Last year, total, our collective partnership, 140 rescues, took in 30,000 animals. That's an increase over the previous year of 6,000 animals. This year, our expected intake could be as high as 35,000. And it's interesting because we were always the little guys, but now our numbers are comparable or maybe as high as some of the much larger shelters. We're certainly keeping pace with what's going on. Sheltering and rescue are two different things. I just realized this year. I started talking about this to myself because we actually have two different functions. The larger shelters, including the county shelter, are shorter stops for the animals, providing shelter medicine and short-term housing, where the rescue community makes much longer commitments and takes on those animals, because they use private practice vets, takes on those animals with major problems that shelter medicine cannot accommodate. So, while the rescues make these long-term commitments, the critical care program needs to continue to grow. Last year, saving the $1,200 that we just mentioned, we paid out $420,000 to do that. And this year, when we got our figures through the end of October, we were already committed to 1,500 animals, and we still have November and December. So I think we will end up certainly at 1,800, possibly pushing towards 2,000 animals this year. And if we spent $420,000 last year, that number's going up. So we need to keep pace, and we need to do that today, because you are our lifeline. And without your help and the most generous donations you can make, well, I would hate to say that we wouldn't be able to keep up, but we're going to do that. We're going to do that today, and we're going to save those animals. That's why we're here. And I know there's so much going on in the world today, and a lot of it is not pleasant. But right here today, there is a glimmer of hope, and it's because of all of you. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
AZ Husky Rescue has been put to task as the husky breed grows in popularity. Huskies now are prominent residents at county shelters and are found regularly as strays. Anoki and Eddie's story are just two showing the dedication of this rescue to go above and beyond the call to save their beloved breed. Anoki, only 8 to 9 months old, was picked up from Maricopa County Animal Care and Control after being hit by a car. Both front legs were impacted by the accident, one with a severely broken humerus and the other with an apparent serious nerve damage. With both front legs involved, healing would be complicated. AZ Husky Rescue was committed to Anoki and willing to explore all possible medical solutions for his best recovery. Each leg had its own injuries, and some treatments were tried and discarded. The broken leg was successfully operated on and healed as needed. Once the leg surgery was healed enough, the problem of leg nerve damage was addressed with several procedures which did not work out, finally ending in an amputation of that leg. This was not an easy task, as it required a young and now energetic dog to be restricted for weeks on end, with an alternate leg having serious damage to it. Anoki recovered like a champ and began to show his true husky traits and husky love. Anoki's charm and loving personality caught the attention of just the right family hearing of his plight. He was adopted into a perfect home where he thrives and lives a blessed life. Like Anoki, Eddie was an injured stray brought into Maricopa County Animal Care and Control with a horrifying open wound that extended over much of his back end. It was a possible chemical burn and was painful and hard to look at, actually having maggots inside of it. AZ Husky Rescue didn't hesitate to once again make a commitment to a young, emaciated, and lethargic dog who needed immediate care despite the expenses they knew were to follow. In this case, fluids, antibiotics, and good food all led to a successful recovery, and again, Eddie found his forever family and is in a wonderful, loving home where he is cherished. He is described by his family as a goofy, energetic, and adorable puppy who has forgotten his life of suffering and thrives on his life of love. Anoki and Eddie are two of the many dogs rescued by AZ Husky Rescue, who says, "The generous funding from PACC911's critical care program makes our decision to help dogs like Anoki and Eddie possible. It can be difficult to commit to dogs with many external injuries, knowing that they may be matched by internal problems as well. Our partnership with PACC911 allowed us to save both Eddie and Anoki." Humane Animal Rescue and Trapping Team, otherwise known as HART's, focus is twofold. They help locate and secure lost pets, and they rescue at-risk animals on the streets, often working with other PACC911 partner rescue groups. Louie was hit by a car and was rescued by HART minutes later. Luckily, a HART volunteer was in close proximity and was able to transport the near-dead dog to emergency. His rescuer tearfully named him Louie as he had no identification on him. HART teams searched the lost dog maps to find that no one had reported him missing. Louie was given a guarded prognosis at the emergency clinic, citing possible paralysis due to catastrophic injuries. By morning, some pain was felt, a good thing as it indicated that feeling was returning. Specialty surgery would be needed, and the HART team discussed the quality of life that might result. But moments before a decision was made to move forward or not, Louie struggled to give a small tail wag. The team cheered and unanimously decided that it was game on to move forward. The Louie team was formed, consisting of dedicated volunteers with scheduled times to care for him until his surgery date. PACC911 contributed to what was the most expensive surgery that HART ever had faced. Louie survived his surgery, was adopted by his foster family who could not give him up, and who are continually amazed by his progress. He is enjoying the quality of life that he was meant to have. HART said, "We are so grateful to the contribution from the Critical Care Program and PACC911, helping to make this outcome possible." Truman was rescued from a junkyard on a scorching hot day by a HART volunteer who had been searching for another dog. She was appalled by his condition and his surroundings, where he cowered under a pile of car parts and sharp metal junk. To try to cool himself, he laid in a filthy puddle of water, oil, and chemicals. HART called on Love of Dogs Rescue to intake this boy, and without any hesitation, they did. At the vet, after every relevant test was performed and medication started, Truman began to feel some relief. He was emaciated, arthritic, and possibly ridden with valley fever. He could barely stand and had trouble walking. Truman was taken to a long-term foster who described him as shut down with no light in his eyes. But love and care brings on miracles, and Truman's life and demeanor began to change. He started to trust, and his previously matted coat became glossy and luxurious from many baths cleansing him of the oil and filth. He gained weight. He learned that he had value and that someone loved him. A light returned to his eyes, and Truman was transformed into a happy boy, doling out kisses and smiles. PACC911's critical care program played a significant role in Truman's recovery, which was long and costly. Thank you, PACC911. Born into a feral colony outside a home, a baby kitty was abandoned by its mother, who moved his siblings and left him behind. He was later wandering the streets alone in questionable conditions, and so the family in the home called out to Saving Orphan Souls to rescue him. Once in their care, it was apparent that this little kitty could not see due to severely crusted eyes that were totally glued shut. Placed into a foster home, he was named Sir Soy Sauce. His eyes were bathed regularly to relieve his condition with the hopes of restoring his sight. He was given the best medical care and he became a joyful and happy kitty. But sadly, his eyes could not be saved and both had to be removed. This did not stop Sir Soy Sauce from living a full life, not for 1 minute. After all, you don't miss what you don't know. Plus, animals have such acute senses, one compensating for another if one ability is lacking. With his sense of hearing heightened, Soy Sauce learned to navigate his foster home in record time. Saving Orphan Souls brings some of their animals to a senior center so residents can enjoy some cuddles and love. Sir Soy Sauce became a resident favorite. He loved being pampered, and the seniors were more than happy to comply. The best news is that Sir Soy Sauce has been adopted. Yes, a blind kitty has gone to his forever home, but not before Saving Orphan Souls took careful steps to find the most appropriate home for their beloved boy, one who would make a lifetime commitment. His new family is the perfect one for him, providing the cuddles and pampers. Not a bad ending for a little feral blind homeless kitty wandering the streets alone. Saving Orphan Souls says, Sir Soy Sauce and so many others have this chance at a new life because of PACC911's critical care program, which is truly a blessing for so many animals in need. The program helps to offset those expensive procedures needed. That alone, rescues could not afford. Saving Orphan Souls thanks everyone who donates to the critical care program, and so do the animals with no voice of their own, with the wagging tails and contented meows. Puggy came to help a dog smile after being abandoned at a vet's office in Mexico. He was in a heartbreaking condition. A smashed paw, a badly infected eye, and infected bite wounds along with ulcers and tick fever were just some of the obvious ailments, and he was terrified. This little one had never been cared for, and now his family just left him and never returned. Help a Dog Smile committed to him without hesitation because they knew PACC911's critical care program would help with direly needed funds for his medical care, which would be extensive. Sadly, it was too late to save Puggy's eye or badly infected leg, so he became a one-eyed tripod pug at just a year old. It's amazing what love and kindness can do. Despite these new handicaps, Puggy was no longer in horrible pain he had previously known. So as his body healed, so did his sweet spirit in the loving care of his new foster home. Puggy also bonded with the family dog, Little Bear, and the two became inseparable. Where one went, the other went, and the bond was so strong that his foster family realized that Puggy could never leave, and he was adopted. Puggy's first year of life was one of misery at the hands of uncaring people with no compassion. Today, he is happy, resilient, and surely one of the lucky ones. Two stories of little critters with storybook endings. Thanks to Saving Orphan Souls, Help a Dog Smile, and PACC911. PACC911 partners save animals from many circumstances. Here, working with the MASH unit. In 2018, Maricopa County Sheriff's Office rescued 53 dogs from an unscrupulous individual charged with animal cruelty. The dogs were deprived of food, water, and were living in their own filth. Over time, in the good care of those at the MASH unit, 52 of those dogs were either adopted or sadly had passed away. Only one remained incarcerated, now for a total of 5 years. The MASH unit reached out to PACC911 to ask for help. This poor dog deserved better than to live in a cell for such a long time. Would someone help? So at a PACC911 adoption event in January of this year, Nemo's story was told live and in person to all rescues and adopters in attendance, and Saving Paws Rescue wasted no time in agreeing to spring Nemo from his cell at the MASH unit. Cheers and tears erupted from the crowd. With a generous grant from PACC911's Critical Care Program for forthcoming medical needs, Saving Paws Rescue was able to step out without hesitation, knowing his medical issues would be addressed. Nemo's coat had been visibly thinning and his legs were raw from biting on his wounds. He truly needed a new environment other than a cell. Nemo blossomed at Saving Paws in his new foster home, now showing his gentle but playful spirit. He had been a favorite at the MASH unit and now was charming his foster family with silly, playful antics and loved sitting on laps. His 100-pound body did not always fit where he wanted to be. Nemo loves everyone he meets, from humans to canines to chickens, it was learned. He is so happy being in a home and is surely recapturing some of his lost years of love, thanks to Saving Paws Rescue and PACC911. Saving Paws is a German Shepherd and Malinois rescue, but to save a life ventured out of their mission. Her name was Gigi. When picking up another dog from county, a tiny little ball of fluff was noticed on the county portal. No, not a gerbil or a long-haired mouse, but rather a tiny Shih Tzu puppy, very sick with parvo. No small breed rescue was able to take her, and without immediate vet care, she would die. Off she went to Saving Paws with help from PACC911's Critical Care Program one call later. And she was healed in time with the love and magic provided at Saving Paws. Once getting her strength back, she seemed anxious to interact with the big dogs without hesitation. And interact she did. In no time, she was running the show and bossing them around. Still no bigger than a minute, volunteers fell in love with her, as did everyone, and they wanted her to stay as a mascot. She was an irresistible mop of bouncing fluff. But Gigi needed her own home, and the perfect one was found on a PACC911 tip. There, she had her own big dogs to torment with glee, and she also has a camel, a zebra, goats, and a zebus to play with. She's in Gigi heaven. It can also be said that she brought heaven to her new family, Tracy and Rich, who find her irresistible. Saving Paws says the PACC911 grants helping us to save both Nemo from a prison cell and Gigi's life from parvo has meant the world to us and to them. PACC911 has made a difference for thousands. There are far too many big dogs being relinquished and entering the shelters, and not enough adopters to neutralize the situation. For too many, there are dismal endings. PACC911 partners save all those they can and then some. Serenity, found near dead on the side of the road in a fetal position, unable to move. She was taken to Maricopa County Animal Care and Control and put on IVs for life support overnight. There was little hope that she would be alive by morning, but she was. And Second Chance Dog Rescue, who always steps up for very hard cases, rushed her to their vet after calling PACC911 to ensure that medical help would be available. It was. They named her Serenity. She was riddled with valley fever throughout her frail body and in her bones. Serenity could not even open her mouth. She could not eat. She could not walk. Many rescues would have given up on her, but not Second Chance and not PACC911. Serenity spent weeks on a feeding tube while hospitalized, and small miracles began to happen. She started to regain some strength and soon could eat and even give you a big smile that pit bulls are famously known for. She gained weight and she started to thrive. Serenity had her second chance because of Second Chance, and now is embracing her life. Second Chance says, We were able to take a chance on Serenity because of the continuous funding we get from PACC911. She and so many others saved by Second Chance Rescue are here thanks to the ongoing support that we get from them. Leia was part of a hoarding case and was rescued with 50 other dogs, none of them who had ever experienced a human touch. They were feral and terrified of humans who had never shown them any kindness. Leia was injured and lived in pain for years with a broken leg injury never seen by a veterinarian. Her injured and painful leg needed medical care. Love Them All Rescue and Sanctuary took Leia into their rescue with a promise from PACC911 to help with medical funds to defray the costs. PACC911 also helped many of the other animals from this hoarding situation with funding to help them find placement. Because Leia's leg had been unattended for so long, the surgeons determined that the only course of action to take was amputation. A year later, mission accomplished. Leia is relaxed and ready for adoption, her next milestone. Love Them All invested in Leia, as they do all the dogs they save, many from E-lists. PACC911 provides constant support to this rescue, who does so much for the most at-risk dogs. On June 22nd, Margot weighed 120 pounds as she languished in the Maricopa County Animal Control Shelter. Her overgrown nails added to more of her discomfort. She could barely get up, and she ate and drank from a prone position. Like so many animals found at the shelters, her health had been neglected so long, and she was no longer wanted by the people who she relied on to care for her. This poor girl was so scared and so shut down, as so many are. One Love Pit Bull Rescue could not leave her at the shelter and found a perfect foster for her, a personal trainer. If she could make people be their best selves, why not Margot? It was learned at the vet clinic that Margot's enormous size was not due to overeating, but rather was a medical condition that could be addressed with meds, exercise, and proper diet. An aggressive program was put into place, and Margot was a compliant student who was able to shed 50 pounds in just 8 months. She now sports a healthy-sized physique and is quite beautiful in her new skin. During the course of her weight loss, Margot was seen on social media with her own Instagram page and garnered thousands of fans cheering her on. She became quite the superstar. PACC911 was happy to support her successful journey. PACC911's partners rescue the big ones, the small ones, the young ones, the old ones, and the ones that no one wants. And all are supported by our critical care program, which in 2022 saved 1,200 animals. We will surpass that number this year with your support.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is why it is called a glimmer of hope. And it is exactly that. Please put your hands together again for all of these amazing stories and for our critical care program. 140 partnerships and so many stories, over 1,200 and coming close to 2,000 this year. So now, since you've seen their stories in the video, I want you to give them their dog days of a runway. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome first to the stage, Truman. Truman was rescued by Love of Dogs, has found forever home, and is about to hit that runway and walk the runway. Come on, Truman, don't be shy. Truman couldn't make it today. Okay, then Truman decided not to come. That means that our beloved one-eyed, three-legged, cutest pug you'll ever see, Puggy, is hitting the stage. And Help a Dog Smile. Give it up for Help a Dog Smile. Give it up for Puggy and Puggy's Forever Home. Puggy! First year was hard, and now you're on the runway of life. Puggy likes long walks and many huggies for Puggy. Give them a huge round of applause for Puggy and for Help a Dog Smile. Now, as Puggy's hitting that runway, I want to tell you next, as you learned in that video, coming up from One Love Pitbull Foundation. Many times we do overlook our beloved pit bulls, not at One Love. Please welcome to the stage, the svelte, the wonderful Margot and One Love Pitbull Foundation. You guys can go ahead and walk that runway and then start walking back, Puggy. Puggy will have you turn around and start walking back while Margot comes up. Margot, it's your day at the end of the runway. Let's get our photos and lots of love for Margot. Each of these dogs has found their forever home. As Margot is taking it in her tutu and loving the light, we want to welcome to the stage from Second Chance Dog Rescue, the one and the only Serenity. Ladies and gentlemen, Serenity coming to the stage. Look at Serenity looking absolutely beautiful and walking that runway. Serenity has found her forever home and again was rescued by Second Chance Dog Rescue. And with the help of the Critical Care Fund, she now has her happy, tag wailing, tail wagging, forever ending. Please give them a round of applause. Now, we know that as you listen to this next story, this is from Love Them All Rescue, but I want you to take a look and a listen because this dog has not found her forever home. Coming up on the stage with just 3 of her 4 legs after an amputation and at one point being a feral dog, now a loving dog looking for a home, Leia is coming to the stage. Love Them All Rescue. We encourage one of you here today to help Leia to be able to come home to lots of love. And she's learning. Help her out. Come on, Leia. You can do it. Come on, Leia. She's coming. She's come so far, ladies and gentlemen. And look at her working up those stairs with just 3 paws. There's Leia. Our beloved Leia needs a home. So if anyone would consider here today, thanks to the love of Love Them All Rescue and with the help of PACC911 and our critical care, this beautiful once feral dog is now a loving, beautiful animal, and after a year successfully had that amputation and is ready to go to her forever home. So if you would consider it today, I know that she'd be home for the holidays and love you forever. Ladies and gentlemen, next one coming from Heart. Welcome to the stage, Louie. Triumph over tragedy. Louie hitting the stage, who does have his forever home and has been an incredible source of inspiration to each and every one of us and a prime example, the most expensive surgery ever done at Heart. And look at him prancing down that runway. Louie's loving every minute, and Louie now has his forever home, his happy tail wag, and of course, his gratitude to everyone here for all of your support over the years, for he is one of those 1,200 dogs that has had a tremendous response to the medical care and to the love that he has received. He is the glimmer of hope. Now, as much as we all love our 4 paws for dogs, everybody knows cats are where it's at. Please welcome to the stage Sir Soy Sauce. Sir Soy Sauce, the cat, and saving orphan souls. Sir Soy Sauce has the forever home, sweetest kitty in the world, and our only cat walking that runway today, so give him some love. Sir Soy Sauce, you are looking absolutely spectacular. Literally spectacular. Ladies and gentlemen, up next from Saving Paws Rescue and an amazing story, happily now and forever home, welcome Gigi to the stage. Here comes Gigi. Oh, look at little Gigi. Let's give Gigi a round of applause as she struts her stuff. She has her forever home, saved by Saving Paws Rescue, and put everything together from our rescue fund of PACC911, an absolute treasure. Happy, happy, happy dog. Exactly, with the prance. That one knows how to run the runway with a prance, prance, prance. Now, as we move into this next one, there are only 2 animals here that have not found their forever homes. This next one, as you heard, although there is a prison, there are jail cells, even though with the best of intention, the animals are brought there, cared for by female inmates and by female guards. This animal, brought in part of a case, stayed in that jail cell for 5 years. At one of those pet adoption fairs, Barry made a plea to the audience. Although no one personally was ready to take him, Saving Paws Rescue stepped up and took over Nemo. Nemo needs a forever home, folks. This handsome man who has been cared for, he has literally lived in a prison cell, and he has come out one of the most darling, kind, lovable, well-behaved guys. And I know this holiday season, he would love to know that he has found his forever home. So do think about it today. Saving Paws Rescue stepped in to make sure that that beautiful animal never saw those walls again of that jail cell. So give them a round of applause. He's not got his forever home, but he has his rescue home. Now, we know how much they love to talk. Let's see how much they love to walk. AZ Husky Rescue, please welcome Eddie to the stage and Anoki. Eddie and Anoki, both from AZ Husky Rescue. And of course, when you look at this big, beautiful guy, hard to believe it was the same dog you saw in that video. But here they come, Eddie and Anoki, buddies forever, AZ Husky Rescue. And anyone that's ever spent some time with Huskies, they do like to talk. There we go. Look at that. 3 legs and working that runway. Give them a round of applause. They deserve every second of it. And so does AZ Husky Rescue. Found their forever home. Look at that. What a trooper. And then, of course, this big, fluffy, beautiful husky coming up here right now. Hard to believe it was the same dog in the video. And of course, you saw Anoki and Moose. Oh, sorry, not Moose. Anoki and Eddie, both in that video together. We've got one being a little shy about getting on the runway. With hair like that, you wouldn't think that was the case. We'll see if he goes on the stage or maybe just the side of the stage. We'll see. He's a big boy. Give him a round of applause. Look how cute he is. He's come so far. Again, give it up for AZ Husky Rescue. And of course for PACC911 for being that extra funding that goes the extra mile to make sure these dogs get that forever home. Rotten Roddy Rescue's in the house, and the one and the only Moose. Moose. Is Moose here on the stage coming up? We have Moose here today. Did Moose make it? Moose might not have made it today, but we do want to love Moose. Is Moose around? Here comes Moose. Welcome Moose to this stage. With a name like Moose, you're worth the wait. Here comes Rotten Roddy Rescue and Moose. Welcome Moose to this stage. What a handsome boy. Moose was rescued by Rotten Roddy Rescue, has his forever home, and of course is doing phenomenally and looks so handsome up on that stage, like you dress for the occasion. And finally, last on the runway from Valley of the Sun Dog, we're going to round out this parade with Rosie. Welcome, Rosie, to the stage. Rosie, it is your time to shine. Rosie didn't make it. Rosie didn't make it. Every once in a while, the dogs decide they've had enough, and they are going to actually just stay in their forever home. So we're going to welcome them all back to the stage. One more parade. Any dogs that want to get up there, go ahead. Come on up, take that stage, walk across. Please take a good look at Leia and a good look at Nemo. They need homes today. Please consider adopting them. A round of applause for all of our success stories, for these amazing rescues, for the funds that were used to help rescue them, and for these incredible humans that decided to open their hearts and their home forever to these dogs to give them the well-deserved happy ending despite whatever their circumstances were when they started. So, a round of applause. I've had it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the amazing Letitia Fry.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Glimmer of Hope and all these amazing rescue stories. One more shameless plug for those two dogs. I would love to see Leia and Nemo find their forever homes today. How's everybody doing? Yay, yay, yay. Now, those of you that know, before we get into 7 live auction items, and we're going to have a blast doing it, first and foremost, thank you so much for being here today. This is the largest group we've had, but it is also the first time that we are raffling off a car. Valley Toyota's in the house. Give them a round of applause because someone's going home with a brand new 2023 RAV4. So, we're going to do one last chance for anyone that didn't purchase raffle tickets yet, because at the end of this auction and this paddle race, we're finding out who's taking home that brand new car. So the first thing I'm going to do is that we sold 3 tickets for $250. If you want to raise your paddle for $250, we will enter you 3 times, 3 more times into this raffle. So anyone that wants to raise their paddle now, you will be entered in 3 times. 138 is in at $250 and entered 3 times. 145 is entered 3 times for $250. Anyone else? 215, another $250 for 3. 212, another $250 for 3. Nope, raise yours back up. 202 at $250. 120 at $250. I got you already. 201 at $250. 200 at $250. 135 at $250. 190 at $250. 264, another $250. 343 at $250. 377 at $250. 283 at $250. Anyone else? 14 of you just entered that at $250. 271, the 15th person to enter at $250 each of you for 3 tickets. Now, we also sold 1 ticket for $100. So anyone who wants to raise their paddle at $100 right now, you will be entered 1 time into this car raffle. 1 ticket at 428, another 100 at 426, 100 at 549, another 100 at 432, another 100 at 550. Anyone else at $100? Right there. 391, another $100. Anyone else? 507, another $100. Anyone else that wants to try to win this car? 273, another 100. 187 at 100. 190, another 100. 437 at 100. 166, another 100. That's 12 people. You just raised another 1,200. 441 is entering again at 100. 440 is entering at 100. 349 is entering at 100. 15 of you just entered there. 316, another 100. You just raised another 1,600. 482, that makes 1,700. Each one of you entered again. 356, now $1,800 raised right now. Anyone else? This is the last chance. 147 is jumping in at 100. 175, another 100. 401, another 100. And Pat Bondurant at 274, another 100. You just raised an additional 2,200. 101 makes an additional 2,300. 351, another 100. 2,400. 403 makes it an extra $2,500 in tickets just sold. 240 going to make it 26. Anyone else? Because these are all your last chance. RAV4, brand new. 141 is in. 406 is in again. You're now just 3 shy of 3,000. 206 is in the back of the room. Wow, those are tiny numbers, but we'll see if these contacts are working. 556. 556, 543, 262, 113. Bill Doherty, if you drive out on a RAV4, I'm going to die. 124 is also in. You just raised almost 4,000 extra. Perry, if you win this, I'm going on a ride. 276, anyone else that wants to try to win a car? 490, anybody else that wants to try to win a car? I feel like Oprah right now. 126, anyone else on a car? 139, My goodness, you guys have almost raised an additional $3,500. This is amazing. Last chance, any other tickets, and then they're closed out. We'll find out who won at the end of the program. Give yourselves a round of applause. Amazing. Now that that's out of the way, if I don't see your bid, Annabella, where are you? There she is. Annabella, my assistant. Oliver, make some noise. Between the three of us, we are ready to raise some funds for PACC911. Are you ready? Yes. Now, those of you who have seen at your table, you have WAG Magazine. Penny Lent is in the house. Give Penny a round of applause. She is WAG Magazine. Those of you that understand, and I hope you know, there is a beautiful article written on PACC911 that is inside that magazine and also goes a little bit more into the difference between a shelter and a rescue. And of course, the actual difference that this funding makes is all in an article in there. Now, best holiday gift ever to someone who loves their pet. A chance for a dog to be on the cover of WAG Magazine. This is your cover story and a little article written about your dog on the inside. There are 50,000 people that get this publication. Your dog in a photo shoot on the cover with a story done about them and the fact that they supported PACC911. So here we go. Whose dog is going to be famous and who gets the best holiday gift ever? Opening bid, $1,000. $1,000, but you're over 15, you're now 1,000, now 15, and cheer them on. If you're not bidding, you should be having fun cheering for those who are. 1,000 right there, going to be now $1,500. 1,500 right there, going to be now 2,000. 2,000 now 25. Whose dog will be on the cover? 2,000 now 25. 2,500 going to be now 2,000. You're able to 25. 2,000 now 25. 3,000 going to be now 3,000. 3 in the front. You're able to 35. 3,000. Cheer them on, Arizona. 3,000 going to be now 35. I've got 3,000 right there. 3,500. You able to? Yes. 35 now 4. 4,000. Yes. 45. I hope your dogs know how much you love them. $5,000. 5,500. Too rich, huh? 5,000 going to be now 55. 5,000 back. You able to 55? Are you sure? 5,500 once. 5,500 twice. The famous dog sold. $5,000. Oliver, what's that bidder number? Oliver, I can't read that. 558? 558. Give him a round of applause. Are you having a good time? Yes. Now, our next item involves, of course, here with us today, Finance and Accounting Solutions. Where are you? Give them a round of applause. There they are. End of year is coming, folks. Finance and Accounting Solutions right here want to give you a day of fun on Lake Pleasant. They have a 34-foot speedboat. Now, you have to be 18 and older because you're going to be whipping around Lake Pleasant. They're going to give you drinks and food and take you all around and just have a day in the sun and have a blast. They are here with you today. Opening bid, $1,000 in support of PACC911. A day on Lake Pleasant, speedboat, 1,000. 1,000, but you're able to 1,000, going to be now $1,000. 1,000, you're able to 1,000. This is your chance to donate 1,000 and then have some fun on a boat, but most importantly, help the animals of PACC911. $1,000 on Lake Pleasant for that day, several hours with the boat and the crew, and of course, all of the different things you can do on that lake with food, with drinks, with everything. Last chance, there it is, $1,000. I know that there'll probably be some Grimaldis on that boat now. 1,000 going to be now 1,500. 15 going to be now 1,000. You able to 15? Brooklyn's going to have some friends. 1,000. You able to 1,500? It has been sold to Brooklyn. $1,000. Brooklyn, what's your bidder number today? 218, and I said Grimaldis because that is the Scioli family. They own all the Grimaldis. So give them a round of applause. Now, third item up for bid, ladies and gentlemen, Capitol Grill, Capitol Grill, Capitol Grill. In the promenade, this is very unusual. Chef JoJo Kent is in the house. Stand up, JoJo. We never get our chefs out enjoying anything. She's here, of course, the general manager as well. Steven's back in the house. Steven Russell, stand on up. There he is. They are so good to PACC911. And of course, Nancy Teets is here as well. Where's Nancy today? Where's Nancy? Nancy gave some really good wine. So here's what we've got. They're going to welcome 8 of you into the Capitol Grill at the Promenade. Now, while you are there, you will be treated as family. You will also be getting a 2022 Juggernaut Cabernet that will be paired along with Chef JoJo blowing the doors off on what she's making for you on the best steaks, best seafood, best everything in the house. There's also some pretty amazing swag that goes with this for martini shakers and steak knives and different things like that. But Nancy decided that bottle of wine wasn't enough, so she gave you a 2019 The Calling from Alexander Valley. So you get Capitol Grill, you get the swag, you get all of them here today, you get the Promenade, and you get the 2 bottles of wine. Opening bid, $1,000. Capitol Grill fans, here we go. 1,000 right here, gonna be now 15. 15 right there, gonna be now 2 in the back, 2,000 now 25 in the front. 25, you put it at $3,000. I've got 25. 3,000 gonna be now 3. Cheer them on. It's for our animals. 25, you put it at 3. 2,500 gonna be now $3,000. 3,000 right there. 35. 3,500 gonna be now 3,000 right there. Gonna be now 35. 3,500, 3,000 now 35. 35, 3,000 now 35. 3,500 gonna be now 3,000. You put it at 35. $3,000. Now hold on. They're at 3,000. I lost you at 2,500, okay? They're about to win at 3,000. Everything except those steak knives and the martini shaker are available for you. So instead of charging you 3,000 like them, if I keep you at 2,500 where you were, you get the wine, the dinner, and everything else. Would you stay in there and make 2,500? Done. Sold. 2,500, bidder 147. You get all the swag with the dinner. Sold. 3,194, and you just made 5,500 for PACC911. Give them a round of applause. And of course, to the entire Capitol Grill team that are always so good. And I love when I see a chef out of the kitchen. I swear, they're not exactly. JoJo said, me too. Are you having a good time? All right. Time to go to Newport Beach, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. The good doctor and his wife, John, are here in the house. Where are they? The Garbasiaks? Where are you? Where? There, you stand up. We want to give you some love. Stand up. Give them a round of applause. Gotta love that hat. Mr. and Mrs. Dr. John Garbasiak are here with us in the room. This is date specific. It's a Wednesday to a Wednesday, September 20th through the 27th. Yom Kippur follows right in the middle of that one. And you get a chance to be in Newport Beach. It sleeps up to 8 of you in the Marriott Villas. These are the private residence villas with the pools and all the access to Newport Beach. Quite frankly, September is the most beautiful time down there. And it is, as we learned this year, ridiculously hot still here. So anyone that says it's over at the end of the summer is lying. Anyway, this is your chance to beat the heat for 8 of you for 1 week. Newport Beach, enjoy all of the sand. Opening bid for this one, the 20th through the 27th of September, $1,000. 1,000 back, you put it at 15. 15 gonna bid now 2,000. 2,000 back, gonna bid now 25. Cheer them on. 25 right there, gonna bid now $3,000. 2,500 gonna bid now 3. 3,000, you put it at 25. You put it at 3,000. Last chance at $3,000. Don't outbid yourself. I love your thought, though. 20. Nope, now it's your turn. 3,000, now 35. 3,000, Oliver asked for 35. 3,000, gonna be now 35. Cheer them on. 3,000, right there. 35. 3,500, gonna be now 35. Yes, 35. The more you clap, the more they bid. $4,000. 3,500, you put it at 4. 8 of you for a week. She's in. 4,000. 4,000, now 45. 4,000, gonna bid now 45. 4,500, you put it at 4,000, bid out 45. Once. 45. New player. $5,000. 4,500, you put it at 5. 5,000, you put it at 5,000. Once. 5,000 twice. It has been sold. 4,500. That a way to jump in. What's your bidder number today? Bidder number is 539. Give her a huge round of applause. Now, Jill Olenka, where are you, Jill? Jill, whatever your connections are, please keep them because you keep bringing us Louboutin purses, and I love it. Jill has some good connections, and for the second year in a row, I have the joy of selling you a Christian Louboutin bag. This one is a beautiful silver Louboutwist clutch. Now, seated at that table with her is none other than Bill Doherty and Beth McRae. When Bill Doherty says, I will get you a few things to put in that purse, he gets the best of the really true original Valley. Dinner for 4 at Tarbell's, a tasting dinner at Vincent's on Camelback, and my favorite old school Italian, dinner for 2 at Avanti's. Now, the main attraction is in the house. The Knutsons are here. Where are you? Where are they? They're usually always here. The main attraction? Knutsons? They're not? Oh, they're the greatest couple in the world. They give you a whole bag full of beauty products, $250 towards getting your hair done. And as you can see, this is the Louboutin, Christian Louboutin clutch that's being walked around. So you'll have your hair done, your new products, your new purse, and you will have dinner for 4 at Tarbell's, tasting dinner for 4 at Vincent's on Camelback, and dinner for 2 at the one and the only Avanti's. 3 of the best staple pillar restaurants and incredibly generous people in the Valley. So, opening bid for this one, $1,000. 1,000 bid, you put 1,000 bid now, 1,000 now, 15. Cheer them on. 15 in the back of the bid now, $2,000. The purse alone is $2,000. 1,500 going to bid now, 2,000. 2,000 now, 25. 2,000 going to bid now, 25. 2,500 you put 2,000 going to bid now, 25. Keep cheering them on. It's for our animals. 2,000, 25, $3,000. 3,000 bid, you put 3,000. Now 35. 3,000 going to bid now 35. 3,500 you put 35. I've got 35. $4,000. 35. 4,000. 45. Keep cheering them. 4,500. Yes, it works. Cheer some more. $5,000. Yes, I promise. Keep cheering. 5,000 going to bid now 55. 5,500. You put 5,500. Once. 5,500. Twice. It. Yes, he's in. $6,000. She's in. 6,000 now 65. 6,500 once. Twice. Sold. $6,000. Bidder 511. Give him a huge round of applause. I love it. Now, this next one involves a cruise. Balcony room on a Princess cruise for an entire week in your choice of a California itinerary, a Mexico itinerary, or a Caribbean itinerary. Incredible opportunity for you here today to take this cruise. Now, the Rowleys are behind this. The Rowleys are here today. I believe you are here today. Tell me the Rowleys are here. Yes, where are they? Where are you? There, stand up. We need to give you some love. Bring a cruise in. The Rowleys are here with us. Give them a round of applause. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for bringing this Princess Cruise 7-day, your choice, California or Caribbean or Mexico. Opening bid, $1,000. Here we go. 1,000 bid, you put 1,000, gonna bid now 15, gonna bid now 2,000, now 25, you put 3. 3,000, gonna bid now 35. Cheer them on. 3,000, now 35. 3,500, gonna bid now $4,000. 3,500, you put 4. 3,500, gonna bid now 4,000, you put 4, you put 35, now 4. $4,000. 4,000. 45. 4,000, you put 45. 4,000 right here, gonna bid now 45. 4,500, you put it at 4,000, gonna bid now 45. 4,500 once. Yes! $5,000. 4,500, you put it at 5. 4,500, gonna bid now $5,000. 45, you put it at 5, now 5,000 once. 5,000 twice. 5,000, yes! 55. 5,000, you put it at 55. 5,500, gonna bid now 5,000, you put it at 55. Once. 55 twice. It has been sold. $5,000. Bidder 281. Give me a huge round of applause. Now, Tracy Cornell, I know you are here, right? Tracy's here. Where's Tracy? Where is Tracy? Tracy, you have to stand up. This ring is to die for. Tracy, come on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this lady didn't bring you any piece of jewelry. Boucheron. Boucheron is from Paris. It dates back to 1858, one of the finest actual jewelry designers in the world. This gorgeous lady, who was on the runway with her dog, is bringing you this stunning. It has 9 rubies. It is set by 100 faceted diamonds. It is an 18-karat white gold, and it is a Boucheron ring. It is actually being worn and walked around the room right here. It's about a 6.5 to 6 3/4, and it can be sized. Stunning, stunning, stunning ring in this room. Worth over $21,000, and those of you that understand Boucheron understand why. So, this is the last item of the day. Gentlemen, pay close attention. This is when you know you're going to have a really good holiday season. So, opening bid for a $21,000 ring is $5,000. Here we go. 5,000, but you put it at 5, but now $5,000. Boucheron ring worth $21,000. Rubies and diamonds. Gorgeous, gorgeous piece. 5,000 right there. Cheer them on. 5,000 is going to bid now $6,000. 5,000, you put it at 6. 5,000 going to bid now 6,000. You put it at 5 at the front. Going to bid now 6. $6,000. 5,000 going to bid now 6,000. 5,000. $6,000. It's when I should be out there bidding. 5,000 going to bid now $6,000. I've got $5,000 right here bidding 6,000. 5,000. You put it at 6,000. $6,000. An appraisal. An actual brilliant. Wait, do I see someone pointing? You see someone pointing. 5,000 going to bid now 6,000. Comes with the appraisal over 21,000. 5,000 going to bid now $6,000. Last chance. $6,000. 5,000. You put it at 6. 6,000. Come on over here. Turn around. Right here. These two would like to see it. $21,000 ring. It's at $5,000, bidding $6,000. Boucheron ring out of Paris, 18-karat white gold. They're in. 6,000, going to bid now 7. 7,000, you put it at 6, going to bid now 7. $7,000. This is a steal, folks, a steal. 6,000, going to bid now 7,000. 7,000, you put it at 6, going to bid now 7. Frederic Bouchon, 7,000, bid you put it at 6, going to bid now 7,000. Once. 7,000 twice. Ivy, I know you'll wear it in good health. Sold. $6,000. Joey, what's your bidder number today? Or should I say Brooklyn? 218. Give them a huge round of applause. That's your live auction. And finally, we're going to switch gears. So this is the part that matters the most. 24 years. And I have to tell you, I work for a lot of different organizations around the country. This is my home, and a lot of different animal organizations. But this is one of the few that I can tell you, like 100%. There is no overhead for this group. There is no overhead. They don't have offices. They run the store. Barry is tireless. There is 24/7, never goes to sleep, answers everything. She is literally proof that God puts the biggest hearts and the most power into tiny packages. Because that woman is, don't let the looks fool you. That is a powerhouse right there. But from the minute I met Barry, first of all, it's very hard to say no because she won't take no. But she literally is one of the most consummate, passionate people that puts her own needs aside. And during COVID was willing to go into virtual spaces with us, was willing to do anything, and never wants to say no. It is the fact that, again, I am part of the big conversation because I was working for one of our biggest shelters here, which I love, and I had to have a call and say, Barry, can you please teach me the difference between shelter and rescue medicine? And while we have tremendous, tremendous organizations in here, and they do everything they can, if you haven't noticed, the state of Arizona is absolutely more than doubling in population. People are coming from all over different states thanks to COVID and how we handled it. With that come new problems, one of which are the animals. In healthcare, I often talk about what is called as a healthcare desert. It is an actual amount of how many miles between it can be where a person goes to get healthcare. That applies in veterinary health as well. And we sit in a healthcare desert for veterinary care. And while our different shelters and Arizona Humane and the 140 different partnerships that you heard of rescues in here, they cannot afford to, when you see some of those severe cases and what it takes. Look how long Nemo hasn't had a home yet. Look at Leia. Leia took a year just to get that amputation. That's expensive. $420,000 equate into 1,200 animals. But if you're the person that ends up with that animal, it'd be worth every dime and then some and millions more. I am someone that has a rescue animal that saved my life. I promise you it's not us rescuing them, but you should give a round of applause for that. It's not us rescuing them. But I've often told Barry, you cannot keep doing this all by yourself, and you can't always continuously, but she continues to push herself in every realm. So this is the part where you get a chance to give money. It's a 100% tax-deductible gift, but I want you to understand that this is the reason, the actual window where you saw the very difficult decision to have to say that this animal's not going to be able to make it. That's what the 911 is about. It's the funds, the critical funds for the animal that is actually the most medically complex case. So my largest client is St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and I flew in this morning from doing their event, and we talk about how the kids that have no hope, these are those animals. It's the same thing. This is that medically complex animal where as much as you'd like to do something, we can't. And along comes Barry and the people that are with her, all of whom don't take any money. So give them a round of applause. So we've never done this before, but Barry said, well, technically, Letitia, because I said, well, it's 24 years, which technically means as I stand on the stage, we're going to step into the 25th year, which means I'm going to start at $25,000, which we've never done before. $25,000 that helps us to continue to increase that number for those animals. If anyone wants to be that hero in the room, we've never asked for that denomination. We've never received that denomination, but we've never had 25 years before. So we thought we'd put it out there and see. And if you don't, it's okay. But we want to ask, or we don't know, as we enter into our 25th year, would anyone like to raise their paddle at $25,000? If not, it's okay, but cheer them on. I mean, we're all here anyway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 280. So I got to tell you a little something about the Robinson Foundation that just raised their paddle from Tiffany. You're also going to do it? So this doesn't happen very often. I'm a little speechless and a little verklempt, if you will. Ladies and gentlemen, the Robinson family, I know them from St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and they are one of the most incredible groups of families. And while I was working at St. Jude in June, they said, Letitia, you have to help us. We started a foundation to help animals and kids, and there's so many. We don't know what we're doing, and we have a lot in Arizona. I said, well, if you ever get a chance, let's have you in Arizona. So Barry said, Letitia, I have a table that I would love to give to you to see if you can fill. And on a wing and a prayer, I contacted Lisa and said, how do you feel about coming to Arizona in November and being our guest? Not only did they come from Tennessee, they flew in yesterday. They just gave $50,000. So around it on your feet, please. Lisa, John, Perry, Tiffany, I love you all so much I wouldn't even know what to say. And the impact you've made on a very, very small group that is 100% and takes nothing is unbelievable. And the fact that you would honor me with that is everything. Somebody asked me today, it's my birthday on Friday. They said, what do you want? I said, just to make the world a better place. Is that so much to ask? So thank you. Am I allowed to share how your foundation came to be? Am I allowed to say how you're? No? Okay. Anyway, just know that good things happen to good people, and not everyone does what the Robinsons have done, which is to decide to make a difference in this world. They're incredible people. I'm a little speechless, but we're going to keep raising money because we got $50,000 that came out of the clear blue sky. So, thank you. I believe that's called Tennessee hospitality is in the house. Memphian magic. Ladies and gentlemen, $10,000. Would anyone like to raise their paddle at $10,000 here today? And there it is, bidder 144 at $10,000 here today. Anyone else that would like to join them, because you've already raised $60,000 here in just a couple seconds and made your auctioneer cry. Anyone else at $10,000? Next level is, oh, there it is, bidder 111. $10,000, another $10,000. You've raised $70,000 here right now. Anyone else that would like to raise their paddle at $5,000? I don't even need to tell you what the money does, because this is where it goes. It's the 911 call. We don't think we can help this animal. Yes, you can. We're going to pay for it, and we're going to make it happen. Anyone at $5,000 that would like to give, now is the time to raise that paddle at $5,000. Anyone? If not, it's okay, but if we don't ask, we don't know. Who knew we were going to? There it is, 361, $5,000 right there. 75,000 raised so far. Anyone else that'd like to raise their paddle at $5,000? What a magical and unexpected day. Bidder number 256, another $5,000, taking us to $80,000 here right now, raised here today. Anyone else that would like to give? And as we get to these next numbers, it's always about everybody doing everything they can, so I want to give everyone a chance. $2,500. Anyone that wants to raise that paddle, 100% tax-deductible gift that goes directly into 100% of saving these animals. 537 is in at $2,500. 358 is in at $2,500 right there, up over 85,000 now. Anyone else at $2,500? 281 takes us to 87,500. Anybody else here today that would like to raise their paddle at $2,500? Next level, see how many we can get. $1,000 is the level. Anyone that would like to raise their paddle, let's do this. Bidder number 190, trying to read through the tears. Bidder 212, another 1,000. Bidder 115 at 1,000. Bidder 202 at 1,000. Bidder 366, another 1,000. Bidder 360 at 1,000. Bidder 323, another 1,000. Bidder 264 at 1,000. Bidder 211, another 1,000. Bidder 357 at 1,000. Bidder 287 at $1,000. 11 of you just did that, raising another $11,000. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourselves a round of applause. 98,500. We're almost at 100 grand. 98,500 raised. The next level is $500. We can do this. The Robinsons gave 50. We will make 50, and we'll turn that into 100. Anyone at 500? Here we go. 292 is in at 100. 162. 162? Was that 16? 162. Another 500. 284 at 500. 245. Another 500. Coming this way. I've got tears in my eyes. 560 at 500. 351, another 500. 442 at 500. 543, another 500. 316 at 500. 236, another 500. 367 at 500. 197, another 500. 118 at 500. That's 13 people at $500. Give them a round of applause, please. 6,500 on top of that 97. You're now up over that 100 grand by over 105,000 and counting. This level is $250. Let's sweep everyone involved. $250. Anyone that wants to raise their paddle, every dime counts. 3, 4, 6 is in at $250. 3, 4, 5, another $250. 3, 5, 4 from Tina herself, another $250. 175 at $250. 164, another $250. 153 at $250. 394, another $250. 4, Oliver, read that for me. 4, is that say 85 or 95? 85? 485, another $250. 495 at $250, not 8, 9. 468, another $250. 271, Cameron, I love you, at $250. 136 became the 10th person at $250, raising another $2,500 at $250. My biggest thing is not dollar amounts, it's that every person gave. So let's go to 100 and see if we can do one last group. $100, raise them high. Danny Thomas said it best. I'd rather have $1 from a million men than a million from one because I need a million people involved. 101, here we go. 129 at 100. 203, another 100. 165 at 100. 436, another 100. 422 at 100. Angel numbers. 444 at 100. 463, another 100. 375 at 100. 282, another 100. 376 at 100. 286, another 100. 388 at 100. Is that 8? 386, not 388, 386. Tiers and context don't mix. 293, another 100. 385 at 100. 299, another 100. 538 at 100. 540, another 100. 406 at 100. 403, another 100. 396, another 100. 393 at 100. 399, another 100. 392, another 100. 398, another 100. 397 at 100. 475, another 100. 460 at 100. Is that a 3 or a 5? 313, another 100. 550 at 100. 225, another 100. 913, not 313. 913. Penmanship. All right, keep going. 233, another 100. 145, another 100. 516 at 100. 155, another 100. 152 at 100. 159, another 100. 198 at 100. Bill Doherty, I love you. 124 at 100. 122, another 100. 183, another 100. 102, another 100. 262, another 100. That is an extra $4,300. 420, another 100. 44 people giving $100 matters for an extra $4,400. I want to thank the Robinson Family Foundation one more time. It is really hard to pull one over on me. You did. Thank you for doing that in my name and honor, because my only wish in this world is that we would all be a little more generous and a little more kind to each other. We're all doing the best we can, but those animals do that every day for every one of us. Don't forget that. God bless you. Enjoy, and let's find out who wins our car. Come on up here, Barry. It's car winning time. And of course, Larry as well. The whole reason we have this RAV4. Give him a round of applause. Valley Toyota. Wow, I've actually got the keys to the car. This is kind of cool. All right, gang, do you want to say anything from your dealership a little bit here?
First of all, I just want to tell you what a great event this is. This is the first time I've been to it, and very proud of it. On behalf of the Toyota Valley Dealer Association, myself and Mr. Kamal Sharif, who's here with Avondale Toyota, we're very happy to present the winner of a brand new 2024 RAV4 LE. It's probably going to be a 24, not a 23. You can wait for 2025, but we're not going to go there. With that, I'm hoping we've raised a lot of money on this as well. Okay, so I'm gonna pull the ticket out, and I'm gonna have Barry read the number if that's okay. Okay.
Okay. 900. You keep quick first.
That's right. Wait till next year.
You getting another one?
Yeah, we'll get another one.
We're getting one for next year. So everybody in this room, be ready to buy your Toyota 24 or 5 tickets. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so wait, I need Robin. I need you to come, Robin. I need someone to pull up a bidder number because it's someone in this room. It's what we did in that last sweep where we took your bidder numbers, we wrote down a bidder number. One of you actually won this from that last minute sweep I did on stage. So hopefully you still have your bidder numbers, but I need you to confirm who's registered for this number before we go on announcing it to the world. That's incredible because we did that last sweep so that you all could have one last chance. And whichever one of you decided to maybe just take that extra chance, it was worth it because you won. So they're going to confirm who this name is. Wow, that doesn't happen very often. They sold tickets all over the state, all over before this day happened. And one of you decided to go that extra dollar for these animals, and you're going to walk away with this. Do we have it? Yep. Okay, you bought 3 tickets. Scott Bowser, where are you? Scott Bowser, bidder number 527. Scott Bowser. Wrong time to go home early, Scott. Do we know where Scott is? No, he doesn't have to be here to win because we didn't have to be here. But I don't know if he just decided to step out for a hot second. You know him? Well, he raised his paddle for $250 and got 3 tickets. And Scott Bowser is the owner of a brand new 2024 RAV4. Bidder 527. Give him a round of applause. Give it up for these guys and for Barry. I'm going to give Barry back the mic. God bless you, Arizona. My name's Letitia Fry. Mark your calendars for next year.
The amazing Letitia Fry. Give her a big hand. Thank you, Letitia. And thank you all so much for coming, for joining us today, for your generosity, because I'm overwhelmed. Thank you. Tina, did you have anything you needed? No. Are we done? We are done. Thank you.
Are you serious? They gave